Okay, hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you all, sorry about that, to my first installment of my Bionicle reviews. So recently, I've been saving up a lot of money to buy some old Bionicle sets, and recently, I bought all the Tuhrak, which I have 4 of them on the way, and I already have 2, Tuhrak and Tuhrak sitting over there on my couch. But today, one of them, I ordered the 4 Tuhrak and what you see in front of you here. And this one came a bit early than anticipated, so I thought, hey, why not make a review on it? Before anyone says anything in the comments, I know that the Roxy are like technically clone sets, but it's the one I have at the moment, and I really wanted to make this review. So yeah, today I'm going to be reviewing set 8592 Tuhrak, the Roxy of Fear, or Fire, I guess. So, yeah, it's actually one of my favorite Bionicle sets ever. I love the Roxy, they're awesome. They were so, like, revolutionary for the time. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this set. So, as I said earlier, it's set 8592, and it has, 45 pieces, there we go. So that was released in the summer wave of 2003. As were the other Roxy. And these guys are supposed to be like Makuta or Tuhrak, as we now know him as, like his sons, basically. What he would do is something really creepy in the movie. He'd like take a worm out of his arm and shove it in, like, I'll show you this. Well, I'm not gonna show it right just yet. I'll say that for when I take a look at the functions. Shove a worm into its back, basically, which we'll take a look at later. So, the way I'm gonna do these reviews, we'll take a look at the instruction booklets, if I have them. Then we'll take a look at the canister, and then the figure itself, and do some comparisons and stuff. So, yeah, instruction booklet. In the front, there's just an advertisement for Bionicle. You know, we got those good pre-rendered images. The nostalgia just, like, floods back every time I look at these. So, yeah. Also, I should probably mention this. I apologize for the lack of uploading lately. Yeah, my phone got taken, basically. I don't want to talk about why, really. So yeah. Just keep looking here. So, we got all the instructions. And then, it showed you, like, how to put the Roxy into the canister. Which is pretty easy. There's a sticker on the back of the canister. There used to be, but I took that off. Then there were instructions for a combiner model between Tuhrak, Layrock, and Tuhrak. They turned into that thing. I have no clue what that's supposed to be, but it is like one of the worst combiner models I've ever seen. I built that out of scrap pieces once. It's a little bit terrible, to say the least. But yeah, there's instructions for that in here. An advertisement for Takanuva, advertisement for Tuhrak, and then there's all the Roxy and the breeds of Krata. And for anyone asks, I am going to be getting all of these guys for Christmas probably, and I think I skipped over something here. There's an advertisement for the game, which is actually a pretty good game, in my opinion at least. And I also skipped over this. It's an advertisement for Jawa and Gukko and Takua and Puku, which are actually really good sets, which I'm probably going to get for Christmas. So there we go. Like I said, www.bionicle.com, all that stuff. Take a look at the canister before we do that. I took a sticker off of it. Take a look at that. So, little sticker on this. There's a sticker for Tuhrak, by the way. Unlike Tuhrak's sticker right there, it showed like all functions. This just had a bunch of information on it, and just a quick thing that showed you how to open up the back of it. Which I really wish they put more on that. Just like Tuhrak's looks actually really cool. This one, there's not really reason to keep it though, unless you're a collector like I am. So onto the actual canister right now. These canisters are really cool. So with the Tuamata, they had like the circular canisters. With the Tuhrak, they were like oval. But these are like kind of a triangular shape here. They had little holes right there, and like I swear when I first got this earlier today, I could not figure out how to open it because the lid was up here, but it was right here. So yeah, the lid for these was on the bottom. Whoops. That made a weird noise, but yeah, the lid for these was on the bottom of them, which is a little bit weird. Let's take a look at the lid while we're at it. I don't know if the camera's on focus right there, but like you could see the Roxy symbol right there. I used to think it was an island where they were from, which isn't actually too far off. It kind of looks like an island. But upon the closer inspection, if you look at Tuhrak there, you can see like, you know, those spines. You can kind of see the head a little bit. And he's also had little spots where you could put the Crota, which if I just take one out of Tuhrak here. Oh, karate fell. See. Let's just talk about this thing later. See a little peg right there. You could just like stick that in a little hole, which is cool. Let me just fix Tuhrak real quick. Okay, so yeah, there's that. And then the canister itself. Oh, let's put the lid back on it here. So the canister itself, the art for it, I always thought was really cool. It showed like Tuhrak, like in a really awkward position with his legs, and you know, just like kind of staring. You could see Pterodax's face and Takanua's face on one side, and just like all the information and stuff. Lego, Roxy, Bionicle, and yeah. And then the back, obviously, let's take the sticker off. You could actually see in there. I don't know if it's in my face right now or not. I hope not. But in there, never mind actually. But yeah, you can see the little Roxy in there. And last thing on the top, it's really hard to see. Not showing up very well on camera, but like there's the Bionicle symbol. So enough rambling about stuff you all don't care about. Let's get on to the actual set. So for the time these guys were released, the Roxy in general I'm talking about obviously, they were revolutionary for Bionicle. For one, they were the first sets to have knee articulation, which is absolutely awesome. We hardly had any articulation with any sets before, actually. And knee articulation was something absolutely epic, so that is really cool. Another thing here, let's talk about all the new pieces. So, these feet are really cool. They were actually really good to use as like armor on bigger mocks. And so yeah, because these guys had knee articulation also, they were actually pretty well sized. I don't have any of the original Toa Nuva or Toa Mata, unfortunately, but I have Tahu from 2015 right here. We compare him to Rock right here. It's actually a pretty formidable size. I believe these guys were actually a little bit taller than the original Toa Nuva and Mata, so that's cool. So as I was saying, new pieces. So we had like these pieces, which will later go on to be used a whole lot. Usually lower legs. These interesting little pieces using the upper legs. See right here, like a little armor right here on the function. That's good. It's new. The head is new, obviously. The spines and the piece that attaches the spine to the body is new, and of course his weapons are new. So the Roxy's weapons are actually really interesting. So this is a first for Bionicle to have like these kind of weapons. So they had like a little black axle they would stick in their hands, and coming out of their hands they would have two blades, which I'm assuming you're supposed to have the impression that's like a staff, which is really cool. But if you don't want to do that, you could, and want to use their hands separately, you could just take it out of one of the hands, and in one hand you could have like a dagger, and in the other one you could have like a spear, which I always thought was a cool option. And hold on. And then, probably one of my favorite things about these guys is their heads. I love the Roxy heads. They are absolutely awesome. They are so useful for so many things. Obviously, you can just like have it normally. You could turn it like this, and it would look like your mock had only like one eye, if you were making a mock of these. Or you could just use it like armor, put it on a weapon. There's a lot of things you could do with it. So overall, these guys have a lot of parts that are useful. There are also some recolored parts that these guys have, and whoops, didn't mean to do that. As I was saying, they have a lot of recolored parts. Like, I believe these Toamata arms and, not arms, legs rather, and, or, I don't know if these are legs or arms. But they're in gray nonetheless, so that's the recolor. Actually, that's the only recolor. So let's get on to these guys' functions. So the first function, which you've probably seen by now, you can do this with the arms by twisting this lever on the back. And then also, I already advertised this, you could open up the back, and like I said in the movie, Mask of Light, Makuto would like to use little worms, little Crata worms. And there'd be a spot where you could put them, and you just close this up, and yeah, it comes to life, basically. That wasn't the lore. So, another function, this was never advertised, anywhere, but they did this in the movie, so, what you do, you would, bring the legs forward here. It's gonna be hard to do it with one hand. But, so you do that, you'd bring the feet together, put the arms, by their side. Oh gosh, hold on. So yeah, you do this and they have a little hover mode. So there's one more function I need to show off. Similar to the Tuhrak, these guys have a little thing. Put them into a cocoon, so let me just open the canister. So yeah, what you do, you get the lid of your canister, get your Roxy, you bend the knees, which I'll do right here. So basically, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Just try to get it really compact. Put its feet in the lid of the canister. And then, hold on. And then you just put the canister on and you could see the little Roxy in there, and like a cocoon or something. So yeah, that is about gonna wrap it up for this review. Long story short, I really like the Roxy. Of course, I only have 2 rocks, so I'm just mainly reviewing him. I'm probably not gonna review the others when I get them. Well, I might delete this video and just make a video showing all the Roxy. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.